Park, New York. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy Bills stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. And we are underway in Buffalo. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The Patriots send out their punter. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. To the air, Allen rolling to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Pats on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Nick Folk for the point after. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And here come the Bills. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That time, a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, Allen on the move to his left. 1st down and more for Allen. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big gain there for the Bills.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Singletary loses it, and the Patriots have it.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the 1st quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He gets him moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on third.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here, the tight end, Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Patriots.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Gregory Rousseau. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. To return is McKenzie. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Allen. Flush to his right. And down he'll go at the 25. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
5 yards remain on second down. To throw, it's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones
setting up a screen for Stevenson.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. McKenzie now to return it. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to, and if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Hallett. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Here's Jones on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Gregory Rousseau bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On 1st down, Singletary. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Allen. This one is down he goes. Christian Barmore with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down and 3.
Play action. Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On play action, Allen. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Allen. His throw incomplete. Cole Beasley the intended target, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. on the return is J.J. Taylor. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
This is it. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bills getting set to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll roll him out, and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Looking for Beasley, got him on his slant. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
He'll go right back to Beasley.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Back to throw. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Allen to throw once more.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And he finds Beasley complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon. As we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Jones now, throwing on first down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 29, Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Yards remain for 2nd down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Allen off the play fake. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big gain there for the Bills.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
On a slant, he's got Sanders.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen and Beasley with it over the middle.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Allen going to throw. Sanders got it for a Bills touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants?
I knew you were going Namath.
Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. But here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. The Pats at the line ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. He completes it to Henry. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing Jones. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. Harris, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
On for the extra point is Folk. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Allen over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Jones throw taken in by Bourne. And he's brought down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
First down. It's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down, it's Stevenson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Stevenson. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Jones on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
What's he talking about, ref?
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play there for the Patriots.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. On the give, this is Harris. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. folks, kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54.
Allen now on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Two times. 3 down.
Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. Broken tackle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd and 5 now. Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Off play action. Jones. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So after the INT, it's Allen finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Singletary again. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
On first down, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the give, this is Singletary. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Moss. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there.
Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught. It's Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills have retaken the lead. The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here, the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. in order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Pass on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Back to throw. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. On the draw is Stevenson. Shifts by him, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 81 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. New England trying to get a place on offense. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jones now on 1st and 10. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jones. Open man is born. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Back to throw again. Completes it to Aguilar. 7 yards, the pickup there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 29, Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson.
And he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
oh no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA MaddenNFL. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.